Mad God is something that kind of defies description.
I would characterize it as an experimental stop-motion film. I wanted to create something that was, I wouldn't really call it a dream world or surrealistic, but it was a composite of a lot of different things that had influenced me, like a lot of stuff. By the time I seriously decided to start working on Mad God, which was close to 30 years ago, and I wanted to create something that wasn't driven by money, that wasn't constrained to a time frame.
And it's just been this ongoing piece of almost like occupational therapy for Phil. This strange little project and the very physical process of making things and animating things and building things is very important to him. And that's the foundation this studio is built on. And it's been a real labor of love here at the studio.
I mean, it's satisfying, like some kind of a creative itch that I'm totally free to do whatever I want to and make mistakes.
A lot of us kind of mulled over the idea, like, wouldn't it be cool if you did this and did that and put you in one of these spaces? Could we do a VR Mad God?
Wait, we're doing Mad God VR? What? Yeah, please sign me up.
I think the big mistake that I had initially made was think that I could do everything contained in a set and just shoot quadrants of the set and we would stitch it together.
It quickly became apparent that with the amount of action that we're doing on set, that would exhaust our animators and to be very prone to error.
So that kind of blew that plan up, and then it got really complicated.
Then we started thinking, well, maybe we can do this as more of a compositing project where we shoot all of the moving elements separately and then bring them together in NUKE.
I was thinking VR, stereo, this is going to be a huge learning project, especially VR. There was this definite deer in the headlights moment.
We use NUKE as a sort of central hub for all of the elements in this piece.
I had my little virtual camera in the NUKE 3D space, right? And I was placing all these little cards. And, I'm so used to a camera that is looking straight ahead. This camera's looking all around it. This was my first task working with NUKE's stereo pipeline, where you're basically concerned with one main view, but you're doing everything twice, so you want to be able to see what's the other view look like. And you click it over and doop, it'll switch over and show you that it's doing all that stuff at the same time to this whole other version of the comp. That was really handy.
So one of the challenges we had was to get the scale and depth correct, because we're not at human scale, we're at the scale of these 6-inch tall characters. Are we gonna feel like we're on a miniature set, or are we gonna feel like they're 6 feet tall? And what we found is that if we shrunk that interocular distance down to the size of the characters, which is about 1 centimeter between the left and right eye, when you look at that footage, your brain tells you they're the same height as you are. And the advantage we had with stop motion was that we could shoot it with one camera, so we'd shoot left eye and then move the camera a little bit and shoot right eye.
Actually strapping on the goggles and seeing the whole Mad God VR experience come together finally. To see these little guys that I've been working with that are just, on my screen, they're like this big. All of a sudden, there's somebody standing right in front of me, like obscuring my view of the thing I'm trying to look at behind them. And just that sense of solidity of being like in this world that we've created. Almost this weird sort of homecoming.
I think what stop motion brings to VR over just about anything else is it looks real because it is real, but isn't real because it's these puppets and monsters. So we were able to really explore VR in kind of on our own terms.
I think there's a lot of agreement in that nobody knows nothing. And that's great. That's really good. You gotta really appreciate this is the time of being creative.